point is unmarked. It's Vandermeer to score it. And Japan should have been thinking this time instead of standing worrying about the decision. And it was a beautiful angle kick. Daniel Vandermeer, his first try at the World Cup, and it might be the one that brings Canada their first victory.
Beautiful.
Pritchard, that's wonderful. Oh, that rounds it off. That makes it clear 7-point lead. Still 4 meters to go. A final effort in defence. A final surge in attack. That could be turned over.
They've retained possession, they've retained it. They've got to get their structures right here.
There's the ball. Japan's way again.
This is better play. If they can stay on their feet, their drive is very effective. They have to stay on their feet in this situation.
The tension unbearable.
And march it forward slowly. March it slowly. Hold your discipline. Hold your lines here. Slow it down. Don't get too excited. Bryce Robbins is in on the ball at the back.
Leave it, Jack.
You're going to have to be
still a chance here. O'Reilly goes just short. Still the ball is there. 1 meter out. Kim has it. Who's he going to go with? He's going to go with Makiri. And it's going wide. And it's going to be a try for Taira. And Kerwin keeps a straight poker face. Heaven knows how they have scored with the last player of the match. He struck it well.
Beautiful kick.
Oh, what a kick.
What a kick.
Oh, that is sensational.
Unbelievable.
For half a moment, I thought it was going to be charged down. He left it so long. He kept his head. He's the hero. That is an amazing end to an extraordinary game. Shotaro Anishi with the greatest conversion of his life. Of the try by Koji Taira. All level. Canada 12, Japan 12.
That was Japan's swan song. Canada said goodbye in the 37-6 defeat to Australia, for whom this was a warm-up for the quarter-final. Joining them in the last 8 would be Wales or Fiji, who met in Nantes in an all-or-nothing encounter. The South Sea Islanders hadn't reached a World Cup quarter-final for 20 years and hadn't beaten Wales in 8 attempts, while the Welsh have Pacific ghosts that they wish to exorcise. Wales took an early lead with a Jones penalty. What followed was perhaps the most thrilling match in World Cup history.
Danger this for Wales. Rabini. The tackle coming in from Alex Popham, right underneath the Welsh post. Taken on by Koyan Boyle. Rauluni, quick ball. Surely Fiji must score. Akapu Sikera. Well, these two teams have met on 8 previous occasions. Wales have won all 8, but the last one was very tight indeed. 11-10 it was a couple of years ago in Cardiff. And here's another chance. Fiji really on the rampage. De La Salle there. Looked like a knock-on, but he's got another crack at it. De La Salle, it's a foot race. Does he get the bounce? He does!
Incredible! Absolutely incredible try!
All the pressure coming from Fiji here, though. We talk about great shocks in global tournaments. If this went the way of Fiji, it would certainly be right up in the pantheon of them. There's Bai, they got men over. Jeremiah Bai, can he go all the way? He's out of a metre out. They got men out wide. There are gaps there if they can get it. But they're going to go themselves. Kela Lewer in his 18th Test match. 3 tries now to Fiji.
Touch. Pause. Engage.
He's been too right on the other tiny Popham. Look, this is try time.
That's Popham. Popham scores. At long last, Wales have got something out of it.
Just before half-time, Fijian flanker Guerra saw yellow. Wales would face only 14 men for a crucial 10-minute spell.
Fiji are down to 14 men, but they're certainly holding their own at the moment. Charging through there was Leweri. Been turned over. Martin Williams doing the good work. Peel. There's Shanklin. Good pass. Here's a real opportunity for Shane Williams. Williams steps his man. Steps another man. A piece of individual brilliance. Fiji still have about another 2 minutes with only 14 men. Peel inside to Popham to Jarvis. Taken on by Alan Wynne-Jones. Popham back to Peel. There's Jones. There's Hook feeding inside. There's Gareth Thomas. The Centurion with his traditional celebration. As we see Dwayne Peel go through, and there's Popham. Rabini with a crucial tackle. Eventually he goes down. Gethin Jenkins, men over here for the Welsh. Hook, long pass, in the corner, Mark Jones.
But Fiji weren't done yet. 2 Nicky Little penalties saw them back into a 2-point lead and set up a grandstand finish.
There's Koto. This is good from the Fijians. Nicky Little. Well, that could work out quite well for the Fijians here. Support. There's Seramo Bai. Bai, can he go to the corner?
I think he's
got there. Maybe he has. This is going to go upstairs. There's no doubt about that. So does he go out of play?
Yes.
I think he does.
He does. He's out.
The ball has gone in, player's gone in touch, line out 5, red throw.
The Fijians still in possession. Every second crucial, but here it is. Martin Williams, has he got the pace? Martin Williams is going to score the try that perhaps keeps Wales in the World Cup. Well, Fiji playing a natural game, and it's cost them. And that's the 3rd time this afternoon Stephen Jones has found the upright. The clock shows 4 minutes remaining.
Desperate defence by Wales. They're well organised here. Can Fiji create something here?
De La Salle.
He's got space here.
There's a chance out wide. Sorelli Bobo needs to straighten things up. De La Salle. Shane Williams. Martin Williams with a tackle. Half a metre short.
Martin Williams has got to get out of there. He's got to get out of there.
Burrowing through. Have they got through the Fijians? The referee's blown his whistle. Well, what is the decision here? Martin Williams unquestionably has got himself in an awkward position there. Kelvin Deaker saying he's short. Can we see anything which proves conclusively that that is not a try?
I believe from here we see the ball over the line. He is not held here. He is not held. And there the ball is clearly over the line. This is a huge decision.
Thank you.
Well.
The try has been given. Fiji celebrates. He struck it well.
Beautiful kick.
It was the proudest moment in Fiji's rugby history. The Pacific curse claimed the Welsh once more, this time with Fijians instead of Samoans pulling the trigger. And the men in red exit another World Cup before reaching the knockout stage. The final Pool B table shows the Wallabies with 4 wins and 4 bonus points, a long way clear of the rest, with Fiji taking 2nd spot. Fiji meet South Africa next, while Australia take on England. Over in Pool C, World Cup new boys Portugal bowed out with another brave, if unsuccessful, performance, losing 14-10 to Romania. The Carpathian Oaks then came up against the all-black juggernaut. New Zealand were already bound for the quarter-finals and ran in 13 tries in a crushing 80-point win. The other Pool C qualifier would be either Scotland or Italy. Earlier this year, the Azzurri recorded their first away win in Scotland, so might have been considered favourites. But they'd never reached a World Cup quarter-final. Scotland led through 2 early penalties. It didn't last.
Here's a testing high kick, and Lamont is under real pressure here. It's fallen to Josh Soul, right on that Scotland line. Referee back on his feet. Troncon goes through and scores. Alessandro Troncon. And that's with 14 men on the park. And Troncon with his 19th try, and never one more important than that. Taken by Parise, set up the driving maul, and it's beginning to move with Perugini at the front. This is this powerful front 5, which Italy will be banking on to equal, if not overcome, Scotland's equivalent, and they've won a penalty. But now it's Bortolussi then. Shrewd kicker with the boot and out of hand. It's very close. He's got it.
But then the boot of Chris Patterson got to work. 4 more penalties saw the Scots ahead, 18-10. And back came Italy and David Bortolussi. 2 penalties, 18-16 Scotland. Next score might just win it.
So Perugini back on. They have to have specialist man in the front row. Castro Giovanni is in the wars. A week to recover for these 2 teams, whichever it will be. One goes home. Italy still determined that they're the ones, and they're getting advantage here. There's a penalty. Advantage being played, and where is it going to be from? Exactly there. And Bortolussi this time, surely. So much resting on the shoulders of this young man. Only won his first cap a year ago. Now he's kicking for glory. And a place in the quarter-finals, perhaps. It's going out. It's gone wide. It stays wide.
There were no more chances for Italy. Their talisman, Alessandro Troncon, ended the match in despair, while Scottish celebrations in Saint-Etienne would go on long into the night. Next stop, the quarter-finals. But far ahead of them at the top of Pool C were New Zealand. They scored 46 tries and over 300 points, a new record. The question is whether their relentless progress through the pool can continue against more difficult opponents. In Pool A, the Samoans concluded a disappointing World Cup campaign in spectacular style, scoring 3 tries and a 25-21 victory over the USA. The US Eagles went on to finish with their 4th defeat, South Africa warming up for the knockouts with an easy 64-15 win. England's path had been anything but straightforward, and if they lost at Tonga, the world champions would be out before the knockout stages. 8 years ago, the last time the teams met, England ran up 101 points. But since then, everything has changed. Could the English respond in adversity?
Finan Maka there, quick to pick the ball up. He was certainly being challenged by back row forward Lewis Moody. And Finan Maka himself feeds it out. Once again, it goes to Apele Taioni. This guy is so strong. And look at this. Hufanga's going to score. No, he's not. He slides over. That is a try for Tonga. Oh, my goodness. It was a very good tackle indeed, but his momentum carried him forward over the line. And it is take-off time for Tonga. Matt Stevens that time for England. Johnny Wilkinson shouting and screaming for the ball, but Gumasula's under pressure there. And that was from Apele Taioni. But England have a penalty.
It's the ideal comeback by England. knock over another 3 points.
Oh. Well, look at this, Paul Saki! Was that a try? If it was most surprising, and a huge bit of enterprise by Johnny Wilkinson. It was a good bit of skill by the Wasps winger, wasn't it? It's a try. Tonga just lined up, or the forwards, just shielding that ball from Pierre Hola, but once again it was dropped. Here goes Paul Saki. Can Paul Saki get away from England? Yes, he can. A dramatic last-minute try for England. Paul Saki's second. He really has stolen the march on the Tongans there, because that will make a big, big difference going into half-time.
Hands out!
Andrew Sheridan waiting for the ball, but it comes out of the three-quarters. Mark Cueto's bursting through. He's got Farrell outside him. Well, why on earth did not Mark Cueto release that ball? But England still have it. George Shooter linking with Nick Easter. Easter out to Matthew Tate. Oh, that is a great score for the Newcastle centre. Matthew Tate gets his first World Cup try. England just holding their ground. Delalio doing as he's done so often. Gummesel trying to get in the right position. Now they swing it away to the left. Farrell on a bit of a break now. Andy Farrell's going to score. And that's the first time during this World Cup we've seen a glimpse of what Andy Farrell can really do. Fina Maka. This is a last desperate attempt to get something on the board. Nili Latu there. Little dummy. This should be a try. Well, Halitipoli there sliding into the corner, and the referee will certainly take time out on this one.
For me, it's much more certain that that is a try than Paul Saki's try. He slides over, he's got the momentum.
Mr. Alan Rowland there gives the try.
Time on, time on.
In the end, it was quite convincing. England scored 4 tries and played some very attractive rugby against brave opponents for whom this was simply a match too far. South Africa go through in first place. They play Fiji, while England have a difficult quarter-final against Australia. But in knockout rugby, anything is possible. Over in Pool D, Georgia and Namibia fought over the wooden spoon. The men from the Caucasus were convincing winners by 30 points to 0. The Georgian adventure concluded in Marseille, where they were overpowered by the fired-up hosts. France scored 9 tries and safely confirmed their last 8 berth. The last match in the pool of death was in Paris. Argentina or Ireland. Only one would progress, and the odds were on the men from South America. Ireland needed to win well and score 4 tries in the process. It was always going to be a hard task.
Which way will they go? Longo there at number 8, waiting for the pickup. They're going to go blind. There's Pichot. Pichot ducks inside. They've crossed for the first try. Argentina have done it. Well, well, well. Lucas Borges it is who scores. Reddin. Agara. This is better from the Irish. Agara slightly isolated, needs support. He's got it though. Well, is there an Argentine coming offside? The referee says not. They snapped it up and turned it over.
Hands. No, hands on the ground. No.
But Ronan O'Gara, who's passed up one of these opportunities already this afternoon, will attempt to close the gap. No mistakes. It's 5-3 to Argentina. We've played the first quarter. Well read by Corletto. Corletto's got a bit of space. He's got support as well from Borges. This time, it's Albacete. Takes play over the 22. This is good from the Argentines. Chance of a drop. Hernandez. He's done it. Well, snapped up by Argentina. But Ireland have won it again. There's O'Gara. There's O'Driscoll. O'Driscoll through. Ireland have scored.
Well, that's just what Ireland needed.
Tee shot again, the little general. Rodrigo Roncero holding it up. Tee shot, Hernandez. Attempts at the drop. Another one. That's a second for Hernandez. Coletto to Hernandez. Murphy and Hernandez. Oh, Hernandez takes it. That's brilliant. Over to Scelzo. Scelzo up to the 22. Working the short side. This is brilliant from Argentina again. Look at the continuity, the tackle coming in from Hayes. Pick up and drive that time from Albacete. Just 6 meters out the Argentines here. Tee shot. Hernandez, Coletto. Coletto's got the ball from Longo. And in the corner, Horacio Agula. Marcelo Lafreda can look on and be very proud. That was a glorious passage of play from the Argentines. Redden, Agara, this is better, Driscoll, Wallace, men outside, Jordan Murphy, his first start in a World Cup match, and he scores Ireland's second try. Eddie O'Sullivan still unmoved.
But that was as close as Ireland got. 2 more Contepomi penalties put the Pumas 12 points clear as the clock counted down to Irish elimination.
It's been turned over. Hernandez sees a bit of space over the head there of Jordan Murphy. The bounce, an awkward one for the fullback. 2 men bearing down on him, including Hernandez.
Coming out 6.
Argentina have got it. They still need a scrum half though. Tee shots eventually getting to the scene. There he is now. Hernandez standing back. I think we're going to see a drop at goal here. Here it comes. Left foot from Hernandez. Well, he does tricks as well.
Well, look at the delight on the Argentine players. They know they've won their way into a quarter-final. A beautifully struck left-footed drop goal this time. Right through the middle. It's all over for Ireland, I'm afraid.
The Pumas can finally dine at World Rugby's top table. This was their second convincing victory against top-class opponents. The men in green go back to Dublin. It was Ireland's golden generation, and it came to naught. Argentina topped the table and are rewarded with a tie against Scotland. France travel to Cardiff and must overcome New Zealand if they wish to progress. So, Wales and Ireland are out, Fiji and Argentina are through. France 2007 is turning into the most sensational World Cup of all.